Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, today we're talking love and marriage huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. Copyright Act of 1976 in the description box. Couple housekeeping meat and potato items. It is free to follow me, free to subscribe to this channel, Anonymous Tea, free to subscribe to my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast, free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast, free to follow me on the Instagrammies at Anonymous Reality Tea, free to share everywhere. Please do not forget to repost, share the link to your friends, your family, your foes, everybody, so that it can get out to the algorithm, you guys. So, a couple of LEMH things, thug thizzles, if you will, y'all. We gotta talk, because I guess, apparently, allegedly, Destiny went through with this Mental Mondays live with Dion, which allegedly, according to the people, according to you sneaky people, you people who were somehow hanging out in the bushes and did not get blocked, how did you do it? Is what I want to know. But it wasn't that many people, right? So, nonetheless, it was a small gathering, of the Destiny riders, if you will. The final destination into delusions and just craziness, right? And apparently Destiny would not say Sunny or Mel's name. But she apparently had no problem saying Nell Fletcher's name, you guys. Make it make sense. So I heard that really, since Nell Fletcher was the only cast member Destiny wanted to address, she is feeling away, I guess, about Nell's age comments. And here is Destiny's alleged explanation, you guys. Destiny is claiming that the reason she didn't want to say her age is because she has been acting and singing and doing all this stuff for all these years. And as an actress, you're not supposed to tell what your real age is, because that can prevent you from getting other opportunities. But I thought this was a reality TV show. This is not an acting job, Destiny. So what are you talking about? Make it make sense. So again, just like your brother, Martell, you are an actress. This is acting for you. So basically, by that admission, we should not take anything that you say seriously. Basically, you are putting on your best performance for the cameras in hopes you get a pickup letter for this season that allegedly is filming, that there is no official press release that the show is coming back, right? Make it make sense. So then also, it was told to me that apparently you're claiming that there was all this back and forth between you and Carlos King, and you wanted to make it seem like, oh, because you're both from Detroit, you're both from the D, that you guys can handle, he thinks you can handle that banter back and forth, and you allegedly texted him that you had some comebacks, and that allegedly one of the comebacks when y'all were having the threesome conversation and there was a question about you and Lance, and you said you only had a one-some. And then something about, and this is the thing too, this is the hypocrisy part of it all I don't understand. Destiny apparently went on a date last night with some guy who said that the talk around Huntsville is, if she's sleeping with all these dudes, if she's linked up with all these dudes. But here's my thing. You're leaving out the part that Martell actively insinuates that you and him are sleeping together, and you say nothing about it. That has never happened in a true friendship. In true friendships of people of the opposite sex, and it's completely a friendship, there would never be any insinuation as a joke of anything intimate going on or anybody's child looking like them. or insinuating to the alleged new person that you're dating that they better watch out, or who they're coming in after, or whatever else, trying to insinuate that you belong to them. And not on some, oh, that's my brother type of way. No. And so then, apparently, I heard Destiny is trying to make this age thing seem like, oh, well, I don't care if people, say that I'm a liar or this and that or whatever else, about the age thing. It's whatever, that her own godmother didn't tell me her own age. Let me tell you something, you guys. So, growing up in my family, my mom gave me a little, it was like a gift one year, and it was it was like a magnetic, alphabetized, like, contact list, right? And she wrote down every single relative that we had in our family, like both sets of grandparents information, all the aunts and uncles, cousins, and this and that, right? That we're all adults or whatever, because she was like, listen, Anonymous T, whoever you need to contact in an emergency or whatever else, you have everyone's information, and here is everyone's date of birth so that you call them or contact them on their birthdays. So I knew both sets of my grandparents' birthdays by heart. I knew she had my parents, she had her and my dad in there, both my parents' birthdays by heart, everybody's phone numbers, everybody's addresses at the time, everything. So I knew I knew who to contact or whatever else. And not only that, I knew everyone in my families when their birthdays was, because we all made our birthdays a big deal. So I don't know what type of foolishness and type of lies and deception and madness Destiny is trying to portray right now, that lying about your age is not a big deal. I just don't understand the nonsense of it all. Can you make it make sense? So then the other piece of it all was, apparently there was some police in the chat. There was some police in the chat because I think some content creators or some people who do not see it for Destiny, and perhaps maybe they recognize some of the names, it was going on a block spree, apparently, is what I was told, right? And apparently there was somebody who wanted to come up that they were not familiar with, but the person was like begging to come up, but they did not want to, bring this person up because they weren't a part of, the fan club, right? The fan club that excuses anything and everything that Destiny says and does. And so nonetheless, she was bringing people up apparently, and she brought up a couple of Mel's biggest haters, right? And again, nobody's saying Mel's name, nobody's saying Sunny's name. They're trying to treat it as if the people don't exist, but then you keep referencing them. Make it make sense. So now all of a sudden, here's a couple of narratives, right? So I guess a question was asked because, again, if they basically put out the disclaimer, hey, we're not trying to make this about one person, but then you allegedly get on the panel to make it about a person. Like, what do you think is going to take place? I don't understand. So they wanted to ask, I guess, who was in the bed allegedly with that one story from the leaked audio, right? Or from the release version on Philo, right? With alleging that Martell and Mel or somebody was in the bed and somebody said something. So apparently Destiny is saying, oh, it was another adult and it wasn't a relative, and now is claiming it was somebody on the glam team. So are we alleging Alondra? Like what is going on? I don't know. But that's allegedly what happened there. Then they wanted to address they wanted to make it seem, according to Dion, that the grooming allegations isn't the worst part of the reunion, isn't the worst part of what somebody might be having some quote-unquote trepidation over, that there's something apparently even worse than the grooming. What? And then, you guys, it gets better, right? So now the spin is that Destiny is not accusing anybody of doing anything illegal or inappropriate. And then Dion comes in basically saying, I just wish you would have used a better word because that has a certain connotation. And then you guys are trying to spin this is grooming has a wide range of definitions and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that Destiny, I guess, apparently allegedly said at the reunion that she also mentioned soliciting or, again, asking questions about your favorite SEX position. And I'm thinking to myself, like, have you been to college before? Like real talk, have you been to college before? And not just been to college, but like been on college campuses, been to parties, been to different get-togethers. Even if you're a virgin, right? And you think you're around a certain type of group of people, right? All it takes is for one conversation to go left or to go in a completely different direction, right? And you're like, oh, so this is how these people get down. I'm not comfortable with this line of questioning. I'm not comfortable with what they're trying to say or what they're trying to put out there or X, Y, and Z. And so, my thing is this. Because if I was there, I would have asked this. If there's questions or conversations, because Destiny admitted that she's been in a threesome before, back in college allegedly, but she's acting like she has no clue what's going on all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden she's like, well, what if somebody just keeps asking questions and people can be good at, you're not just going to cut a friend off of one bad conversation. And I'm like, if it's something that goes too far or that's completely against your morals and values, you are. There was something about Mel that regardless if she has all these red flags and she is such a terrible person, you would have known to not deal with her immediately if there's all these horrible things that you want to air out all of a sudden. This is not healing. And I find it interesting at the threat of lawsuits, at the threat of defamation, now everybody now wants to act like they've turned a new leaf and they don't want to go in a certain direction, as if you have not been bashing Mel and bashing Sunny this entire time. And talking about this isn't really a TV show review. This is about Destiny's journey. Well, we're not talking about Destiny's journey. Because everything you're saying is basically people are trying to get Destiny to answer specific questions that is just going to further lead to slander and hatred towards Mel. They don't really want to know, Destiny, about your mental health. They don't care. They want to know what slick stuff you're trying to say about Mel that you can't say, but you guys are trying to say now all of a sudden that you're not afraid of any defamation, you're not afraid of any lawsuit because, you would have to prove something is a lie that was said. But you just said that you used the wrong word in saying grooming, that grooming was the appropriate word, and now all of a sudden you're saying you're not scared because you said you were laughing. But you said in the clip you were nervous. See, this is what I don't like. Keep it a buck. It wasn't grooming. It sounded like there were some salacious conversations. And another thing that I was told, you guys, was that Dion confirmed more stuff happened in that limo. And that's not even, the smoking gun, which I told you guys. The only reason Tisha revealed that tidbit was it was never a shot at Martell. It was a shot at Mel. It was a shot at Mel. And she knows it was a shot at Mel. But I told you there was more to that limo story. Because there is no way that if that's what went down, that, and some people, yes. Some people perhaps, maybe they, because from what Kimmy sounded like she enjoyed what was happening. But there is no way that is going down if there wasn't some type of prior consent or if there wasn't some other type of games or some other activity that was going on that led up to that. And that's the part we don't know. And I find it funny, Dion and Destiny now are trying to, it sounds like they're trying to talk like Dustin by saying, oh, you can't start at the middle of the story. You need the beginning and the middle and the end. No. You knew exactly what you were doing with the buzzwords. You cannot, and that's the other thing too, because I know you guys are watching our videos. That's what's so crazy about all of this. Because you're watching our videos because I was told there was a reference about there being, what was it that they told me? What did they say? So they made the comment about the moving the goalposts and the hypocrisy, which who talks about that all the time on their platform? Gee, I wonder who. I'm one of the people who does, right? So that was one thing. And then that another thing was about how you can, basically if you only just say the buzzword or just say a part of it, how people can, paint a whole narrative and this and that, said that. Because obviously with grooming, that's what you can do. But they wanted to emphasize, from what I was told, that nothing that was said was trying to make it seem like anybody was doing anything illegal. But the implications of grooming in this environment, like, what are you saying? We've got the R. Kelly documentaries. We got what happened to Bill Cosby. We have all the stuff that's going on with Diddy. We have people that were trying to implicate Jay-Z with the 13-year-old and everything else. Like, there's so many. Russell Simmons. There's so many people in Black Hollywood that are getting hit with these type of allegations. So when you say grooming, that's what people are going to go to. So I don't think they could have, I just, and it's interesting because the other thing I was told was, I guess now all of a sudden, they're trying to now basically blame that Mel is too smart to manipulate conversations and redirect conversations away from the grooming, that's why Destiny couldn't fully get out what really, like, the whole picture of everything. No. See, you were there when you said that grooming was the wrong word. Now, where you're going wrong is really you're giving Mel all this credit. Basically, you're saying Mel's doing a better job and we're all doing a better job of producing the reunion than Carlos King is what you're essentially saying. That Mel is better at getting to the root of the issue because you realize you went too far with what you were saying. Like, that's it and that's all. But nonetheless, you guys, I mean, I am just over it. I am just over it because I feel like you're now going to try to play like, oh, nobody can get sued, none of this and that. But you won't even say Mel's name right now. Oh, the other thing that I was told, you guys. Because it sounds like now there's this insinuation that Mel and Tell are swingers. And there's this other insinuation, you guys. I guess Destiny said, and I quote, that somebody, is deflecting because they can't live in their truth. So are you trying to allege that Mel is lesbianist? Like, is this what we're doing right now? I don't understand what you guys thought this was supposed to accomplish. Outside of your ride or dies, continuing to believe the nonsense because they're going to believe anything that's anti-Mel at this point. They're going to believe anything that does not make Mel look like the angel and the descendants from above. So nonetheless, this is right up their alley. This is right up, their, fodder for all the propaganda. But what it tells me is you haven't learned. Because you basically try to, from what I was told, made it seem like you're on a healing journey and you just don't normally spill people's skeletons and this and that you have to, feel triggered or feel a certain way to react that way, but that you're getting better. No. you still want Mel's love and affection. And I'm actually starting to believe the opposite happened. I'm actually starting to believe some other stuff went down. This was not, that this is all, it's all 180. But because you fell out with Mel, you're putting it on her. That was the other thing that they told me. That they told me that Dion said that I was like, they definitely have seen videos, my videos, about how, you know, how can you say that somebody has, you know, taken on somebody else's identity and made it their experience and this and that, and you won't give them grace, but you give grace to the person who was the original party, and da 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 da. And I was like, wow, that sounds mighty familiar, because everything that's been regurgitated, we've already heard before from different parties. And then Destiny, you know, again, I think the final thing that was told to me before I got on here was that she's, I guess, getting a lot of DMs about stuff about other people who apparently went through what she went through. But not only that, said that she doesn't understand how people are trying to compare this to another situation and it's totally different. It's really mimicking RAPE gate, is it not? You can't say grooming, especially in the post-Me Too era. Like, come on now. Don't do that. Don't insult the intelligence of the fans, you guys. Don't do that. But it's just exhausting. You know, you make it seem like these Mental Mondays are going to be like some, you know, thing where you're really going to tell like all this stuff, you're really going to get to the nitty gritty, you're really going to spill, but it sounds like something happened. If it's not a defamation lawsuit, it's definitely a cease and desist. It's something, because apparently you've seen enough videos that people are talking about defamation and lawsuit and slander that you're not saying people's names. So what would that mean? That means something happened. But nonetheless, it's a waste of a lawsuit to sue you. What would happen if this was me was I would go after the people at the top. The people at the top are the people who need to be sued. But the rest of y'all that are just going to try to spread stuff, oh, y'all will be getting ceased and desist. You're not allowed to say my name. You're not allowed to reference me directly or indirectly or any of that. Nope, you're done. So it is crazy to me that, oh, now all of a sudden, you know, oh, and no lawsuits can happen here. But you won't even say Mel's name. You won't even say Sonny's name. But you freely say Nell Fletcher's name and Lance's name. Like, give me a break, you guys. Give me a break. There is something that has gone down because that episode, those clips were not supposed to see the light of day. And when Mel exposed it, and those clips still found a way to air on Philo and allegedly on Own On Demand, somebody's in trouble. Somebody is in trouble because who didn't do their due diligence is what I want to know. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.